Okay, I just wanted to show off the art book for Grim Legends The Dark City, the third Grim Legends game. This is a optional DLC you could buy on the Steam version of Grim Legends. You could also get the soundtrack, but there's no point because you can already download the soundtrack from the game as far as I'm aware. So, let's proceed. Introduction, key visuals, characters, locations, and game credits. Welcome to the world of Grim Legends 3, The Dark City. When we were first starting the Dark City project, we wanted to take on a serious and ambitious game. We brainstormed a lot of ideas. The thing that kept coming up was this idea of a city brought to ruin by the sins of its inhabitants. People turned into monsters by the evil deeds they had perpetrated. We had this core vision of the game world in our heads. We just needed to write the story and turn it into adventure. We knew we wanted a story about redemption, a varied set of characters with different motivations, and a player character that was involved with them. It was hard to grasp at first, a bit like trying to describe a dream to someone. The book details the different steps in our journey from that dream to the release of our game. We hope you enjoy our art book. And the characters and some signatures. I'm gonna drink some water. Yes, I think Solomon, Sylvia, and Gabriel. Inspiration and key visuals. In the first moments we were drawn into this world. We wanted to be dark and scary, but also beautiful and colorful. We experimented with a few different palettes to create the feeling that there is an alien, demonic dimension. During the first drafts, we decided to paint the skies red, but later on in production it became rather overwhelming, so we decided to turn the idea around and decided to keep a more classic green and blue lighting scheme with red details. As for the architecture and landscapes, were heavily inspired by the painting of, I can't pronounce that, and the Gothic cathedrals of Western Europe. Final logo and the different logo iterations. Some concept art. Nice. More concept art of like a cathedral location. I think more corrupted over time. Nice. Floating islands. I think this is the hub, not the hub, the like city center. More concept art. Looks like water was involved. Designing the characters. The premise of the story is inspired by Romeo and Juliet. I knew it. There's a boy and a girl in love, and the whole world is against them. We wanted the characters to be caught in a tragic conflict, motivated by different emotions, and left without an easy distinction between good and evil. They are neither completely right nor wrong, and they are just trying to make decisions according to the characters. The fun part was making them mass raves, characters that have been transformed into monsters which embody the sins they've committed. It was like giving superpowers to It was like giving superpowers to Shakespearean characters. Admittedly sounded similar to Phantasmat, but I like the idea here too. Sylvia, our player character and main protagonist, resourceful, determined, brave, and smart. I feel like that applies to every hidden object adventure game protagonist, but okay. Solomon, a mentor figure from the parrot character, strict and to the point, but also secretive, regretful, and harboring a dark secret from the past. Here's the 3D models. Gabriel says 6 emotions and then loses control of them, all because he just can't let go of the people he loves. The color of his jacket is related to the fact that he's an exiled member of the Order. Gabriel and the 3D models. More close-ups of the 3D models. Come here. It isn't easy making a character that is loving, kind, compassionate, and possessed by a being of pure evil, but I think we managed. Here's Camilla. More possessed artwork. Yeah. Captain. I think his name was Alfonso. The captain's all about his strength and temper. He's hard-headed, quick to anger, but also honorable and brave. Wanted our characters to be multidimensional in this way, and not simply good or evil. The captain in the Masquerade version. Wait, didn't notice a lot of arrows in the armor. Here's them all lit up. Other characters, We designed several other characters for the game. Some of them are not included in the final release, but we still wanted to share them. This looks similar to the fake Masquerade in the beginning. Well, the left guy, the demon, definitely gets used. I think the right guy, I think that's like the El Doctore, I think. Oh, it looks like a different version. I mean, the maid Masquerade does get used, but this is concept art. This is also they were going to include a evil dog. Yeah. This is the Camilla's mother as a Masquerade. Immersive locations. Each chapter of the story was to revolve around a character and a place, a lair of one of the Masquerades. One of the locations to be connected to the characters and the past deeds in the way that said something about them. To achieve this, they made extensive use of environmental storytelling and not just text and dialogue. Prologue. The game starts with a twist. A monster with after turns out to be a trap to lure the Order out of their headquarters. Is there a place more fitting to arrange such a devious plan than abandoned and ruined theater? A theater, more parts of the theater, inside the theater, the Order's headquarters. Would have liked to see more of that. People's story, anger, Koshar the demon, Code Koshar, story 2, story 3. This is different parts of the this is different parts of the Order, that puzzle in the Order store. Chapter 1, The Garden. Liquid Time is inspired by the many old cities of Europe, but the key word we always used was Gothic, vertical, and intricate. We spiced things up by adding elements of lore about the secret evil, not really secret, named Koshmar. The train station area, the concept art. I think there's that's a soldier. These items. Yeah, you could see the red sky in the background before it got changed. More of the cathedral. More of the cathedral. More of the cathedral. Chapter 2, The Market. We really wanted to play with the concept of verticality in our game, to make the player traverse up and down to take advantage of the whole floating island setting. It proved to be more challenging than we initially thought it would be. Yeah, the floating islands, the town square. Chapter 3, The Academy. Working at the medical academy was actually easy. Skulls, anatomy models, perhaps in jars, leeches, and glass eyes. The medical sciences were really quite disturbing in the past. We didn't need to try hard to make it scary. I think it's a little more creepy than anything, but yeah. Inside the academy. Chapter 4, Mansion. We wanted the player to have a feeling of progression, to feel the world become more unsettling and unnatural the further they went into the city, and the closer they got to where the monsters reside. The mansion embodies this idea next. Mansion with the beehives. This sewer's way. Yeah. Chapter 5, Necropolis. As the player walks towards Necropolis, the whole world begins to look fragmented and distorted like something out of a nightmare. This is an evil place, the lair of an evil creature. Okay, more from Necropolis. More of the city. Chapter 6, The Crib. The final place takes place here in the depths of Necropolis. It was a real challenge making these locations even more disturbing without weighing down the fast-paced gameplay. More of the crypt. More of the crypt. More of the crypt. And that'll be it, I believe. Chapter Grim Legends 3, The Dark City. Producer, game designer, additional game designer, artist. Additional artists, narrative designers, level designers, additional level designers, scrum masters, I still don't know what that means. Creative supervision, cinematic director, cinematic designer, animator, 3D environment designers, VFX, 2D environmental designer, music composer, sound designer, casting, and voice director. Yeah, voice actors, third-party studios and artists, published by Artifex, CEO, VP, CPO, producer, developers, PR and marketing, QA, and powered by the Spark that engine. Special thanks, and Artifex Mundi. Yeah, this was $3 on Steam, by the way. Not sure if it was worth that much, but yeah, it's cool that they have this. I still like the game. I do still like, and like I wouldn't mind like playing again if I ever get the chance, but still like the game, and this is a neat look into the concept art and some commentary by the developers. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye. There's not much else to say. It's just neat. Okay, for real. Bye bye.